for a BO3 for elimination. It's Falcons trying to make the reverse sweep from 0-2 to the playoffs. This would put them one game away if they can close it out here. We need good performances from the Danes on your screen as well. Tesses and Magisk, both relatively underwhelming as of late.
The Inferno pick, Rare Atom are going to have a lot of ideas here. That's one upside. They play this map a hell of a lot, but it is a map they don't frequently play versus top opposition. And that's even linking all the way back to when we saw them at the Major. First time we've seen them play it here in Bucharest, so let's see what they bring to the table. Opening up, it's a fast wrap over towards long. Tesses and degster.
Whoa.
Well, these were the two you were talking about. They've been the talk of the town since the rumors dropped. They open up the pistol cleanly for Falcons.
All right.
3 from Tesses. Beautiful stuff. Already, this is one of his best performances.
It's a good joke. It's not wrong, though, is it? It's not wrong. Maybe one of his best rounds in the tournament. At a good time as well. Falcons need a strong start here. We've seen a lot of tilt from Nico, him shouting at the walls. So Falcons can't afford to get swept under early in this game. Saw what Tai Lu can do recently in Stockholm on Inferno. Some of their fast execute rounds. Especially on these low economy ones, but no flashes here, just looking for Deagle picks mid. Tesses ready to farm, plays on his teammate's contact, and simply done by the Falcons. Kakar.
And there you go. Tesses has now already outperformed his end-of-game scoreline in the GamerLegion match on Inferno. Just 2 rounds in to the game versus Rare Atom. And, you know, that very much has been one of the problems for this Falcons squad. It's not just like players are playing a little worse, it's that they've been going missing entirely. In that aforementioned GamerLegion game, it was a 5-kill match from Tesses.
Good idea. It's already breaking even.
Ooh! Nice stuff for Child King. Nico. Been a while since he was a child last.
Okay.
Quick work made of the first players in. Nico still good to withstand it, was ready for a third. Regardless, Child King holds W, gets all the way through the spawn. And Tesses, domed out of play, leaves Magisk far removed from the round.
Oh, crisp round for Rare Atom. Despite Nico putting on a good show, it's not enough.
Outside of Nico,
Yeah.
and weirdly Kixan, I've been kind of let down by a lot of the individuals here. Magisk.
You mean at this tournament?
Yeah.
You mean since Falcons had this roster? Because I would say, okay, because Tesses looked really good in Cluj. That was so shocking.
Also, I'm talking about Magisk here. So Magisk, like, he's been rough around the edges. Weirdly, in the old version of the squad, Magisk was like the one guy you were going, yeah, we could keep him. I could see that being fine. But now in this version, I feel like Magisk has been having a really bad time.
Speed, man. Summer is already moto at 130. He finds that pick into pit. Somebody comes through the app smoke. Get ready for a lot of that. Get ready for some smoke pushes from somebody known to do it from time to time. We saw it in that FaZe game. It was very something. What would it be? It was very... I was going to say surprising, but it's not. Because we see him do it all the time. Outlandish. Criminal. annoying.
Now you're just somebody that I used to smoke.
Nice.
He's hunting them down.
Very aggressive player. So Rare Adam, don't wait long to kick the door down, breaking Falcons money in round 4.
Terrorists win.
Cracking open a can.
You got it. You got to do it sometimes. You know what? I agree. Hang
No,
on.
don't open a new one, Harry.
I agree.
Harry,
Let's
you've
go.
opened so many.
Yeah, but what's the limit, really? Oh, man. I'm just cracking open a cold one, bro. Oh, it is good, though,
That's
isn't
like-
it?
That's like
It's refreshing.
That's like your 5th today, man.
Yeah, I'm wired.
It's horrible. Dude.
I'm locked TF in.
Yeah, I can see that. You got cans everywhere, man.
There is a lot of cans.
And half of them are full. Half full.
Check out the cans on me. Look at this. There's like 6 of them. Kickstone always looks the part.
Yeah, the glass is nice.
Shame about everything else, but
What
not
the
on
hell?
him, like on the
Oh,
team.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Your glasses comment nearly threw that off completely. Yeah, it looked like we lost someone from the server, and nearly not somebody.
Someone.
Somebody
Could
is
be
in.
anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone but somebody. Someone somewhere.
Somebody's in. Someone else is out.
Wait, who is? Who do we not have?
Now, if I am, playing CS at a competitive level
Yeah.
in China, and I'm trying to get to Rare Atom, right? That's my goal. I'm trying to join that team. You know what I'm making my name?
What?
Someone, or
So-
someone else. So you have somebody and someone else on the same team? That would be so good.
I don't think they'd like that. I think that would be get in the way, It must be hard when you're Falcons and, you're calling off positions and you kill X player and you go, somebody's B. And they're like, well, that's not really helpful. But
what's even worse
if you're not
is
calling the player
No,
name.
what's even worse is for Rare Atom, because when they ask, they'll be, oh, can somebody smoke Moto? And then he's like sitting on banana and he's like, well, shit, I guess. Like, I can
Yeah,
try.
I'll come
And
back,
starts
yeah.
like running and it's like, no, somebody go back B.
No,
And then someone else starts
somebody
rotating out
else
of position.
goes.
It's like, oh my God, change your name. But we love it.
We love it, yeah. Gives us so much to do with it, really.
There's so many ways to take it. That's his brother, of course. There he is.
Somebody?
That's somebody.
That is somebody, technically.
Tesses is his name-o. And as you can tell, feeling good today.
Head in hands, of course. The king of children, though, that's who we're waiting for. Quick PC swap, apparently, Harry. How quickly could you swap a PC?
Oh, I'd be diabolically slow.
Oh, well, that's why you're not an admin.
Like, it would be an offense to tournament administration.
Yeah.
Come in, wouldn't have the right wires, wrong cables. I bend the pins trying to take out the display port cable.
Oh,
And then I'm like, oh, we're going to have to change the graphics card. 1 sec. Let me just YouTube tutorial
Yeah.
quickly how to do it. And then I'm watching the tutorial. It's playing out loud on the stream.
got ads on.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, man.
Ooh, no insurance. And I'm like just sitting there absorbed by it.
Staring at it.
And then I'm asking the players, yo, any of you guys know how to reseat a GPU? Now they're involved, and it's a whole thing.
And the coach goes, somebody does, and you go up to somebody and you go, no, I don't think he does. Someone else does. Surely somebody does.
And then at the end of it all, Degster goes, cheers, bro, give us a high five. And I flinch away, punched across the room. But no. Yemen's very, very good
Yeah, stick to talking.
at swapping out PCs quickly.
True. Had a relatively... Well, we've actually had a rather fast tournament in terms of the games have been quick.
Dude, it's crazy!
And we've had kind of no tech delays. He says during the one tech delay, but you know, you got to have one.
Yeah. Maybe this is the brainwashing. Guys, there has been no tech delays.
Tick-tock,
There is no tech delay happening right now.
You are watching the game. It is live. It is live.
Ooh, what a shot from Nico.
Ooh, Nico. Hands off the keyboard. How's he doing it?
You will make a Reddit thread saying, I love how there's been no tech pauses.
Shout out PGL.
Well, they shout out PGL.
Yeah, shout
and
out
there have
PGL,
been no tech pauses other than this one.
Yeah. Which one? This isn't. We're live.
Who's out? It's Child King.
Child King. I said, yeah.
King of the children.
That's how they know him.
I hope Rare Atom win.
Yeah.
Full disclosure.
We say we're not biased, Harry.
I'm not biased per se.
That's exactly.
I just think it's cooler if they do.
Yeah, the story is definitely cooler. I think also when you have Falcons, we kind of know.
It's only because of the rumors that
we kind of know this team's done.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's like if that didn't happen, I'd still be all aboard. But
would you though?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you would be more down the middle. No, I think it's a cool story. I think it's nice to watch.
Certainly more impartial.
Yeah, certainly. It's nice to watch these Asian teams really come up as of late, like Tyloo in Stockholm, looking really good. Obviously the Mongols, a bit downtrodden at this event, but I actually think the Mongols could reverse sweep.
Yep. Chinggis Warriors, obviously.
Chinggis Warriors, the Huns.
The Huns, yep.
Yeah. We've got, you know what we've got that's fun, actually? If we're talking about...
A ball pit?
No, Bouncy Castle. That is fun, though. No, Hotu qualified.
Who?
Hotu. No. Hotu.
Okay, yeah.
Qualify on that thing.
Yeah.
Qualified for PGL Astana, Harry, coming up in a few weeks. And you know who's the coach of Hotu?
Who?
Mo. Kazakhstan major winner, legend Mo, is coaching that team.
For a second there, I thought you meant
NA. Yeah, NA. He's moved to Kazakhstan.
It's like, wow.
He's a local.
What a crazy change of direction.
He loved the real estate options out there. And so Mo will be in Astana coaching his team. That's pretty cool. Just a cool story, I thought.
Mo,
throw that in there.
Freakazoid, Marky.
Stewie. Coming back.
And
Jordan Nothing Gilbert.
Yeah. Making a triumphant return with Hawk Tour just in time for Astana.
I think they're launching their own crypto as well. Sure.
It's going to go down really well.
Yeah,
and we should all invest.
It will go down, that's for sure. We're back in though, folks.
You like rugs? Here we are. Bit of control taken.
Pull up.
Look at the banana. Rare Atom. Take this real estate. I think they're giving it for free. Falcons are grouped though inside of the B site. And ready to launch an offensive of their own.
Oh,
the timing for Child King.
Might be fine. Oh, that's a team flash. Luckily, flashes both teams. Bomb is A.
The time for this hit might have passed though. And children of the future. This man is the king of them.
Oh, wait a
oh my
this
God.
is cheeky.
Degster.
Yeah.
Degster the GOAT. P250 in a dream. Come on. Oh, yeah. See you later, Crocodile. He's dead.
Why Crocodile? Not Alligator. In a while, Alligator. That's your fault. All right, it's a bit off the rails here. But enough about Falcon CT side. Because they've got a buy round coming up next.
I want Magis to start like really fragging again. Because whenever I see him, and as by extension, the times we get to hear him, it's always him like, oh man, you know, like getting like really angry and like upset, and I don't like that. I like hearing Mad just happy. You remember the other time we got to hear him where he said, guys, remember, it's just a game. We're having fun at the end of the day. Like, that was at EPL.
Are they losing? Or?
Yeah. But then they turned it around from that point on, from his little inspiring speech.
Yeah.
So I like seeing Magis in a good mood, and I think he brings a lot to the team. And when that's the case, that M4 save was denied. So more expensive on the reinvestment here, but a reinvestment nonetheless for Falcons.
Wow, speed. Straight up, middle, the short smoke. Tesses does make the right call of moving back, assisting with this hit. They're going through their own smoke, try and hit this A site, but Falcons have cottoned on. They're not giving them the kill. And I like the Rare Adam disengage. They would have gone, if they got an entry there, they would have just gone for the A hit. They had somebody deep in apps, but instead, reset the round. Cancel the plan, make a new plan. Resmoke a B, well timed. Stopping this hit. And there's no HE to break it, so if you want to go B, you're going to have to go through this. Nico's here as well. Just falling back in time. A, B, back to A, triple rotation this time. Falcons have no nades. One flash, that's it. So right now they've got the wrong read. Rare Atom had the timing. Can they overwhelm the site?
Oh, they're going contact here. Full quiet as they walk up through short. Just this motor smoke to obscure some vision. Magisk has to finish his meal, gets out with 2, but sadly that's not enough. Needed a third, and even then it still would have been a tricky retake now for Falcons. Only reason they might even give it a glean is that they're both here, but I don't even think it's worth taking the chance of peeking in for this one. Got to recommit to that save, meaning Rare Atom continue chaining these rounds together. I've also just been checking out some of the other games we've had going down today. Yeah. Hugo, would you like a little update? There's something quite exciting coming through. So you know how we were saying that Complexity have been playing well? Well, today they played FaZe Clan for a shot in the playoffs.
Don't tell me they won.
Now you'll recall FaZe Clan have a new player in the team.
Heard of that guy.
His name is Elige.
Didn't he play for Complexity?
He actually did play for Complexity,
so
and when he left, he went to greener pastures, of course, going to the legendary FaZe Clan. Well, in a shocking turn of events, Complexity picked up the win 2-0 over FaZe, beating them on Dust 2 and Anubis to lock in a spot in the playoffs.
Ooh, that's a stab of celebration, right? Celebrating that Cole win. That's crazy. Congrats, Cole.
Yeah, that is
the playoffs. Really cool. Bit of a tilting round, apparently. Dexter got stuck on the site as well. He got caught out of position, dodging a flash. Half by 1M4.
Still Graham Pitt coaching Cole.
But he was manager, but now he's coaching
like
temporarily.
Interim, while because
TC went to Passion UA.
Bro,
Passion UA roster is sick, by the way. No one's talking about
I'm wondering, Messiosa takes over as the coach, and they go to playoffs instantly.
Yeah.
I think Graham Pitt is the best coach of all time.
I think he's the best North American active coach, or active coach for a North American team.
Yeah. Kind of the death of coaching.
In a way, there are comparisons to draw there. He's near flawless. They only lost that G2 game. He was 100% till then.
100% playoff success rate.
Well, they won 2 online qualifiers
Yeah.
before this event. Like, they won 1 in NA, and they won 1 in EU. And they didn't drop a single series. So
That's crazy.
almost 100% win rate for Graham Pitt as coach.
All right, Rare Atom. They don't have a Graham Pitt in their stomach. They're feeling quite good about this. Push out into the top of mid. Nico swings and a miss.
Flash
Summer Flash does ruin his day. And that gun, irretrievable. Tessez getting hounded down. The Dogs of War chase him over towards the Archers. And that's opened up the route for the B split. Now, Rare Atom getting tricky with it. They feed Summer in through the back line while the rest of the gang get ready to explode out through the mouth of Banana. Kixan tucked in at the oranges, but this ain't no fruit machine. No luck there.
It's good.
The jackpot for Rare Atom, 5 alive, bomb planted, and a 5th round banked up.
Pretty dominant right now for Rare Atom ever since the guns have come out. Full control of this game. Bad hit for degster, no armor, so he gets aim punched out. Rare Atom 5-2 up. Very good start. It's inspecting. Yeah, you mentioned TC. I just wanted to talk about Passion UA. Don't know why, but that roster is actually really good right now. They got Warro, they got Demka, reunited. They got Kavem out of contract jail, who's also a real talent. Unlucky Nico. And who else have they got? They've still got, who am I missing?
Chakasmo.
Chakasmo, yeah, he played well at Shanghai. Who else? Who's the 5th?
Their captain.
Remind me. Just remind me.
Opa.
Okay.
I don't know how to say
I
it.
know where. But generally, very good team. Anyway, Rare Atom looking like a pretty good team right now. Just charging B, punishing Kixan. Nico gets out with a Molotov. He won't give away the kill. Very good for Nico to keep this B site and therefore the round alive. If he weren't more aggressive there, he would have picked him. Oh, Lihang cut down by degster in apartments. Falcons needed that advantage, but there's still a second layer of light. They hear him drop out of apps. Peeking in again, degster denies.
Oh, God. Summers. He's seen how well it went for the ones that went before him, and he's now decided he will attempt the palace entry. Or apartments, rather. Lord, I see what you've done for others. Summer says, do it for me, and degster will oblige.
But Kaze, oh, this is, no, he's saving. They have a lot of money, but it's kind of unwinnable, so. Big round for Deggy, old degster. Old Degaroo. Degging him.
Counter-terrorists win.
It's going to be a big bank that Falcons have to break on the Rare Atom side.
That was like the most satisfying camera angle and trade ever.
Yeah.
They both fell like and landed at the exact same time. Oh, that's like a visual niceness.
Nice.
Nice. Rare Atom fast up Banana again. Eco and Kixan like to fight for this control, but Kixan out of the sandbags will get forced forward by all this util. Has to play an aggressive hand, and they need the smoke open.
That's his teammate nading the smoke, but he just turned at the wrong time. Eco, I'm doing it alone, as he so often does. Unbelievable triple kill. The turret in Banana puts this round back in Falcons' favor. Nice shot. Is he going to ace this?
If he gets 3 on the AK in like a lovely spray, but then finishes it with the AWP, that's immaculate. He's not hunting for it though. Nico knows better. He's low on health, wants to try and keep numbers alive at the end of this round, and so extends that to Tesses. That's a big up from Zonic for Nico as he does save that round from getting out of hand. And it's reassuring to see Nico looking like this. Now, something I think that's interesting here out of Rare Atom is that when we saw the GamerLegion game, GamerLegion largely stayed away from this B site, and I think with good reason. The one guy who's had, you know, some good games for Falcons at this tournament is Nico. You just feel like even, you know, if he's having an off day, if everyone on the team isn't feeling it, Nico is still going to be the most threatening. And so GamerLegion largely stayed away from B. They found all their success in A plays. Rare Atom have tried contending for that side of the map a lot more, and it's not to their benefit. A 3K round from the degster AWP felt like it put a bit of fear in Rare Atom in taking this A site. It's safe to say that Tesses, Magisk, and degster were all playing horrendously in the first Inferno we saw Falcons play at this tournament. B site was not the problem.
True.
Falcons were constantly left playing retakes, so I think if you're Nico and Kicksign, you're quite happy at the level of involvement you've got to have in these early few rounds.
Yeah. Dex is still pretty far forward for this late in the round. He might even get a kill from it. Holding Boiler gives him a fallback after one shot. Ooh, playing with fire. Ollie goes in. Still hanging around 40 seconds here, and the smoke in the face of Rare Atom. I mean, they're going to go through it. Somebody, after all. They've got to break past this AWP. Magisk needs something impressive here up the balcony. Dexter's off the angle, but he wants to go for more.
Oh, that's nearly the collateral, nearly the lineup for degster. Magisk lending a helping hand from up on top of the apartments. Even follow-up dink on Akaze will finish the job, but down to the pistol. Magisk holds on. No business winning that. It's time to get the reload off, and there's no time for Summer to win this anymore. Magisk's valiant stand is so valuable to the Falcons. It keeps that round in check.
Gotta say, it's really ugly for Rare Atom. They have one flash, they throw it. Dexter doesn't fire, which is really smart. I don't know why he made that call, but he didn't believe it. And I think maybe they're waiting for him to fire so they can swing after the fact, because you've seen so many times you flash an angle, you swing it, you get blind killed, right? But he doesn't fire, and then they just stand still and they wait 3 seconds and they start running. It's like, even if you want to delay, throw the flash, wait, then just go. It was still working. It expired. It let Dexter repeat, get his pick, and fall back. They really gave Falcons everything in that round. I would love to have seen Rare Atom actually play off the util there, and they would have been able to overwhelm Dexter. Instead, he gets a free kill. Magisk collects a nice combo in apartment. Somebody playing a little later, and they just get no success, so he can't come out haps either. Really weird timing play for Rare Atom. Getting a bit nervous there on that hit. So Falcons are back in this game. It's a solid start for the Chinese side, but starting to run out. Chasing. Dexter looking good today. Oh, there's somebody. There he is.
I love it. It's so him. Oh, but Tesses might be him. That's mad.
Nico helped out. Can he finish what he started?
I think he can. Safe pair of hands. Oh, hold on. Arce's added a bit of intrigue here. Finding Nico there out on an island, gets it down to this 1v2. Damage done on the degster earlier as well. Leaves only Kixan with HP. They send in degster first. Kixan, 1 kill in the game so far. His second carries tremendous weight. Stops that 1v3 clutch. Coming through for Kaze.
I guess he felt like they saw him cross in. I thought they did because Kixan was shooting, but he might have been blind. And he just gets back sight. He could have let them cross. They had no idea. They molly like pit or short. They were hunting him. If he didn't take a shot there, he would have both kills back turned. But nice trade from Kixan, baiting degster just enough. It was this massive multi for Tesses after the round gets collapsed upon by somebody's apps push. Falcons keep on building in this game. A strong lead, no more for Rare Atom. 5 rounds in a row, and now 4 straight back for the Falcons.
Back to these banana fights. So much of the success here hinges on either getting past Nico or finding a way to disrupt this double hold, because this is a real, Falcons classic. They love the double setup in at top banana. Still one of the squads that very actively look to fight for that control. For a lot of teams now in Inferno, it feels like that's sort of the play, right? Like you might every now and again throw in the banana take. Meanwhile, for Falcons, they love having that real estate up to the half wall. Only falling back now at the 40-second mark into the passive B hold. The A players kind of bracing here as B's gone quiet. They're anticipating the A play. They're teed up in good positions. One player up here in the apartments. Magis down in the pit. degster responsible for watching this mid control, but there is a motor smoke down, so if they manage to get past his orb, which they certainly will now as he rotates over towards B, degster won't even get to be a part of this. So what was looking like a pretty convincing setup for the Falcons is now just down to this crossfire, split between pit and the apartments. Magisk firing off, trying to take the attention away from Tesses, who has been teed up for a spray here. 2 quick kills on the transfer. Plant will go in just in time for Rare Atom, but they're a man down. 2 on 3. They've got to act quickly here to set up this post plant because Falcons are moving in.
Nico's on low health. Might have to rely on his team. Kixan could flash him out of apartments here. Somebody in a committed position must beat Nico first before this starts off. Nico hard peek, somebody holds strong with a double, drops it. Now they know Dexter's giving away his position. He can't get the kill. Low on ammo, the Deagle's out. They're going to peek him together. Oh, somebody goes for it, and it will work out. All 5 for somebody. Entries and the closers. It looked like a pretty strong pit app setup for the Falcons, but the post plant even better, a man down. These retakes on Inferno are no easy business. We got a game.
Yeah, reassuring for Rare Atom being able to come through at the close there. That's in spite of losing a man early and being on the back foot in that round. Somebody delivers. It was also him in the wild round with the back 10 hopping out. He's playing a very confident game right now as somebody, and he's had a good tournament, so it makes a lot of sense. Long history for somebody, a player who has never felt risk averse. In fact, you can argue he loves a bit of risk in these games. Signature move being the somebody smoke shuffle. So Rare Atom have tied us up. Remember, this is their map pick to open up this series. Now they move on to the CT side. Falcons deal them a fast long wrap. This is the similar looking pistol to what Rare Atom brought to the table. They do have Child King entrenched, and no one cleared him, but Ugly on that spray with the dual Berettas. Summer taps out one more, and a bit of aggression from Kaze. He plays a long game in this retake, pushing all the way through the apartments. Gonna try and close the gap on this pit player.
Gotta be Nico, though.
Sam with these retrieved dual Berettas.
Wow.
Causes chaos. Now is to get the reload off. He's getting chased down. Kaze with the tap. Knows that Nico's down here in the pit, but can't find him cleanly. Big stuff for Kicksan and Nico. That pairing from the B bomb site that we're finding a lot of success for G2. Open up the pistol in the same way.
Can't believe Kicksan gets a double there. The last bullet with the Julies as well, but excellent backside hold. Woo. And Nico reliable, aids his teammate just enough to win the round. Not trying to fight, not trying to overpeak, can't bail him out, doesn't need to. Falcons with a pistol, on the comeback, back in the lead. Max 7 on B.
I'm glad that throughout all the rumors and rumblings in Falcons, there hasn't really been anything said about Kicksan. I feel like him and Nico actually do work well together.
Yeah.
I feel like they've synergized quite nicely. It feels like they're often on the same page. They share a similar philosophy, at least on Inferno, about how to go about this B control.
It's also hard to find good in-game leaders right now, that, especially ones that can put up numbers.
Yeah, that's the other thing, right? Like, Kicksan is usually very stable and solid in the fragging department.
Yeah, he's not going to carry the game, but he's not like a in-game leader who's going to be going, 1 in 10.
And I mean, that was even the case back on Heroic.
What do we do here? That's a weird smoke thrown in by Kaze to block this long control, so Nico will just get tunneled in as they go for an A split. I mean, there's not resistance here. It's a Deagle and a Mag 7. No excuse not to trade this Mag. Kaze is stuck in a corner. He can get maybe 2 if he's very lucky. But we should see these entries.
I bloody hope it's a Mag 7 highlight, but he's so blind, so incredibly blind, that he never even gets to fire the gun he's brought up in this Force Buy. Now look, if you only came for the Mag 7, I have good news. Let's just say somebody else has a Mag 7.
Who?
Just that somebody does. How do you feel about the Mag 7, Hugo?
I played it for a while, and it gave me too many 96 and 1s. So
Yeah, my take
I
is
swapped to the Nova.
Mag 7 is simultaneously the best and worst.
Yeah, it can absolutely destroy, but it can also
every shot
let you down.
Every shot is like a skill check dice roll as to whether or not
100%.
it's good.
100%, and you can get the most BS kills, but you can also feel like you get robbed.
Dude,
when
I've
you're
seen
right
people
there.
where it's like your gun is physically inside of them, and it'll be like 12 in 1, and I'm like,
no, actually, I swapped to the Nova, and like
the Nova's so good. The spread's
it's less
so tight.
versatile, but at close range, it eats. It will eat an AK armor.
Oh, I think the Nova's more versatile.
Can't
it has
jump
more
with
range.
It. Can't jump with
no,
it. Not as much.
Not as well.
No, it's a different gun. I just think it's also cheaper, so it's like it's way more tempting for that reason. No, actually, I guess it does have good range. No, it does have good, sorry, it's
better than the Mag 7.
No, you're right. It does have good range. I don't know. It's just its peaks are lower, but its floor is high.
Mag 7 effective range feels like 2 meters.
Yeah. But even then, like you said, you'll be in them with the Mag 7 and you'll not kill them. And that happened enough times. I'm like, okay, I can't in good faith use this gun anymore. Like, somebody could kill 4 people right now, and there's only 3 in Banana, but he could also kill none.
Shotgun in his mouth at the end.
The things I've seen. The things I've done.
I did it all for the money. I'm $1,800 richer and no close to happiness. That's sad. Here we are.
Yeah, all right.
Falcons. They are going to go into the Mag 7. So if you are a Mag 7 fan, and you were sad that Kaze didn't get a chance to even fire one bullet in the last round, here is the second chance.
Psych.
Never mind, they're going A. Mag 7 dodged. Mag 7 fans, stay waiting.
And he's going to upgrade it next round anyway, so...
No.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
If you got a Mag 7, you play it in Banana. No way you do.
Nice clean entry. Through the smoke is risky. Alright, some exits maybe. How going apps? Peak balcony. I'd be down for that. Peak balcony at the last second. It's a backside plant. They might try stay in pit. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
And it's Nico, of
Tilt
course.
him. Yeah.
Yes.
Feels like body shot's better than headshot with this.
Lihang, go get it. Go get the Mag
play
7,
the
bro.
mag. Yeah, make some money. Make some money, Lihang. Your turn. Oh, short though? I would like apps. But he's trying to lock
This is a guy who does not use the Mag 7, you can just tell.
Yeah. Where's he going? Because they're going pit. You may as well hunt them. Or save your armor.
Oh, there's one more in the apartment, so Lihang.
No.
They don't upgrade the Mag 7.
Alright.
No way you do. It's too good on Banana.
On Banana. Harry, have you heard of grenades?
Yeah, I have.
You're gonna play Banana.
Simply shoot them away.
You can't. Alright, let's see if he upgrades it. That's the question of the day. Meanwhile, Falcons are just starting to run away with this game.
They are.
Hasn't felt close to a minute. We do have a 4x.
That's to be expected. You know, they won the pistol, they stuck the landing on the conversions, and they left it. Well, rare atom. Whatever happens in this round, they deserved it.
What, like a win?
Triple B start.
Would only need 2 if there was a mag. It's such an important gun round at this point in the game. They need this one badly, and the flashes are so punishing from degster. Lihang can't see a thing. Still too strong at B. Oh, through the smoke. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Summer comes swinging. The only chance, Nico denies. I like that. His team is scaling close to the smoke, and he's just standing still. Because the only way that can go wrong is if they get lined up and someone flies through with a flashbang.
Where all these pretty expensive guns are gone and left behind. Where is that Mag 7? Still the old faithful, sitting back in spawn, left to the wayside in a lost round.
Alrighty.
Timeout called in. Rare Atom, they can feel this game starting to slip away from them. That is worst case scenario, going into your first rifle round and losing it handedly. It leaves them with, I'm going to guess, a partial investment around this hero AWP. Figure out how somebody can afford this. I know he got the 1 Mag 7 kill, but was it really that valuable that he could buy an open armor and still have 2K?
Why are you
That's
doubting your
crazy.
favorite gun?
He's just so loaded with money.
Saved AK, didn't he? So he made money off mag.
Yes, of course. There it is. Yeah. Thank you, Hugo.
Just maths, innit?
So yeah, they have put some money in around this orb. Somebody tries his hand at the pick. That's the orb gone. The big ticket item, the big investment in the round.
Dude, I mean,
lost instantly.
Let's just compare banana control for these two teams after this round, because they're popping out apps. Tessus gets the kill. They beat the flash. Child King up close. Oh my! Oh, why did he change his mind? I thought he was going to just squeeze that kill on the pit player. Like, the banana control is the opposite, right? Falcons gave it up. They played occasionally kicks and fighting. He would go 1-for-1, then Nico would be this safe pair of hands. He'd always get the nades in. He'd force B executes. Rarely did Falcons, get double killed at top B. And Rare Atom are dying at top B every round. And they're not getting to play their grenades. They're not getting to call for a rotate. They're not even seeing an execute on B because they are just feeding top banana in this game. Falcons doing a great job of getting those entries, but it does feel like Rare Atom have been very underwhelming with their gunfights at car. So this game is just drip and dry pretty quickly.
Terrorists win.
Falcons 2 away from taking their opponent's map pick.
Yeah, and that's going to put them in a very powerful position in the remainder of this series. As mentioned, it's Train up next. Not just one that Falcons have been playing and developed a bit of a connection with, but one that Rare Atom do not play a lot.
Yeah.
They don't have the reps in.
Certainly not in Europe. Haven't even had a chance
even you know, back home, it's not one of their go-tos. Far and away from it. 4 maps played compared to the other totals. You know, it's night and day. All their other maps having between 14 and 22 times played in the last 3 months. Train only 4. So they needed good results here. I kind of put it in a similar category as well to how they felt yesterday when they played FaZe, right? They open on Ancient, which was their map pick. Second map was Dust 2, their second least played map after Train, and it felt like they had to win on Ancient, and they got it really, really close. Finished 13-10, but then they got blown out the water in the second map. And so I'm worried the same thing could happen to Rare Atom here. This is after day 1 of the event. They took down VP. That was their debut in Bucharest. A hell of a win to have squeaked past Electronics Virtus.pro. But then setback after setback for Rare Atom.
Yeah. Say what you want about Falcons, there's plenty to say, but this game has been really, really clean from them. They started slow. They've come in with a huge streak of rounds now. Walking out abs, cars, they just can't pull the ball back in time. They find a double, looking for the third entry. This is a round winner right now. Chalking denies it. We're still on. 15 seconds. Can that orb cross in? degster got to prioritize the plant, but he gets stuck on the truck, and Nico can't win this. There's simply no time. They go for the fight. Nico, it's a messy spray. Oh my God, he's got the stick. They have to run him down. Chalking chasing into the side. Nico, 1v2. He's built for these rounds. He's going to force the 1v1. Nico does it alone.
That is picture perfect.
It's so Nico.
Everything about that timed to perfection, leaves himself with just the right amount of time to get that bomb planted. He can feel them scrambling, he can feel them rushing, and in that moment, Nico knows he's got them right where he wants them. These are the moments that Nico is made for.
Oh,
and that is just a beautiful sequence out of Nico, the heavy hitter for Falcons, living up to the hype.
Oh, Zonic just struts over. He knows what he's got. Absolute gold mine of a player, just gifting you rounds like that. 17-7 on Nico. An unwinnable clutch, 1 out to give us map point. Falcons trying to level up in Bucharest. They went down 0-2. They say they're not done without a fight.
I mean, a clutch like that is game defining.
Game ending.
Rare Atom comes so close to getting that round that would start to maybe build something on this CT side, only to have Nico rip it all away. And those are the crushing defeats. They're the ones that do you in, that put a stop to the dream, and Nico just keeps the great times rolling in for Falcons.
Brutal.
An opener after his 1v3 clutch in the final round of play.
Again, like that, that's just like, what's somebody doing? Just swinging dry, no teammate, no flash, nothing. Just, this is the banana control we've been talking about. It's been so appalling for Rare Atom. They are cooked, they are done. This one's over, folks. pack it up. Rare Atom's map pick put in the pocket of Falcons. Train up next, very excited to see what that's got in store as the Falcons will be looking for the 2-0. And with a performance like this, is stepping up in this game in a big way. Seemingly no weak link in this match.
Oh yeah, from top to bottom, this has been night and day for Falcons. Everything has been better. Every individual has felt better. You're getting those big Nico moments, those clutch plays, those opening kills. You're getting degster delivering on his AWP. Tessez looking solid. Magisk holding his own. These were all traits that Falcons did not have in...
So good calls for Kixon, but a lot of it was carried up by Nico having a great game. And I think more of that would just put Falcons in that 2-2 spot. It feels like signed, sealed, and delivered. They've just got to do it now. Map 2, Rare Atom. They may have had a dominant opener, as you say, over VP, but that might be all they leave Bucharest with. Yes, the draws were hard, but you can only play who's put in front of you, Harry. That's what they say.
Well, here they are, playing who's in front of them. Ooh, it is hard to hang with Lee Hang. We know that.
Yeah, true.
Oh, no, it's not. It's actually super easy if you're Magisk. He loves hanging out with Lee Hang. Well, this is a pistol round for Falcons. Unless something goes really, really wrong. Can Child King have his moment?
Probably not. Execute ready. Look at Nico, man. He's
Yeah.
through connector.
Oh, it's so gross.
They don't even need to go. They can just wait. Out he goes. Nico with the round. I'm excited to see Falcons T-side on this map because I want to know, like, they're keen to play it, they've been picking it, they know they're starting T-side, which a lot of teams have had trouble with. So what's the go-to? Like, what do you do when you're winning? Are you going for those quicker A pushes? Oh dear. Or are we going to be seeing, you know, more B control taken, back into pop, and A splits? How fast you really want to go, Falcons? Let's see.
I don't know about you, but I feel like Train is in like an odd spot as well, where I think other maps when they came in, the kind of meta was figured out faster, I want to say. Maybe I'm reaching here, Hugo, but
Okay.
you know, like when Ancient came in or Anubis, I feel like early on there was like a kind of established way of playing it. And sure, it kept evolving, but I think no one team has really ironed out like the 100% do's or don'ts of a Train yet.
This one's still really
Yeah.
up. Yeah. I mean, the fact that it's been 3 months since this map was added, and a lot of teams just aren't first banning it. They still have the insta ban, but no one's picking it. You know?
Exactly, right? And so like as a result,
It's
kind of odd. It feels like no approach is...
No one loves it right now.
Yeah.
Complexity love it. They've been, you know, they lost Vertigo, so of course they were going to learn this map, and they've actually been playing really well. They've been running Orgs on CT sides. It's been quite fun to watch, but for the most part, teams don't like playing this map. It's a second ban map. It's a handshake. We won't play it. So I still think, you get a big advantage if you actually learn to love this map. And it's a bit of a gambit in the veto, so I like that Falcons have tried to put it in their pool. This is a bit sticky right now, but the scout, more damage. 2 of 3 players low. If they could calm that position, Tessus would have been spammed. Instead, the cover's out from up, and Nico ready to win the round on his own, as he often does. Kaze, no kit, it's going to take a kill eventually, and there's a shot.
Oh my god.
Great exits, he can't win though. All of them, get them all, no. Denied by Tess's round win for Falcons. That was a 3-on-5 technically, but the trades were super quick.
Yeah, I guess the reason why I talk about like the train meta still feeling like it has yet to fall into place is like, for Rare Atom, if you had the choice, say at the end of this event, going away and working on either Train or Dust 2 to kind of get it up to snuff for top tier competition, which one would you pick?
Sorry?
If you had to pick like kind of upping your level on Train or Dust 2, like really diverting some time to nailing that down, which one do you do? I feel like Dust 2 is going to be easier because there's so much more like to go off of.
Though. That's so dependent on the team and like what their map veto is. But you know, I mean, you can cop out. You can do both, can't you? You know, like I think Dust 2 is more like if you want to innovate, Train. Dust 2 if you want to just follow.
Like plug and play and
I don't
take
think
some.
Dust 2 is a map where you're like, oh my god, they're doing this meta breaking idea. It's like no, you actually just it's really standard and it's actually just about not over rotating, but also rotating hard when you need to. And Train is like, oh, we have to come up with this stuff.
Yeah.
So it depends on what kind of team you are and also what veto you have. Like, but I think for a team like Falcons, who are struggling to score wins, a map like Train being a pick of theirs is a great thing to force.
Yeah.
Because other teams are uncomfortable here. So it makes perfect sense. Like this, you know, you don't see Spirit mastering Train. They don't feel like they have to.
One back for somebody, but they know where he is now. And so he will get dealt with cleanly. 3-0 secured for Falcons. They win the pistol. They stick the landing on the conversions. They get through the 4 spies out of Rare Atom. And now in comes the gun round.
Do you think it's funny that Spirit instaban Inferno? Probably just for Donk. Because I looked at Donk's face at like, this was a couple months ago, but I imagine it's still true. He had 0 Inferno games ever played on FaZe in CS2. 0. He must have like...
God, that's so based.
Like that means whenever he said ban Inferno, they ban Inferno. Like he doesn't let them... I don't know if he's dodged
I didn't think
games.
he could get better, but he just did.
I don't know if he's dodged games that are on Inferno, but like he's never ended up on Inferno, which is actually kind of crazy.
Oh, he does have good taste.
Yeah, he does. Dude, that is hard though. 0 games. Obviously, he had some in Go, but he played for years.
Inferno cringe map.
I mean, I find Anubis pretty insufferable right now. I think that's just kind of unenjoyable. Could be okay to watch at best, but playing that map that's my new Inferno, Harry. Too RNG to play.
There's just so much standing around,
no,
man. I can't stand around that much.
You
it's
gotta
like,
keep moving.
please, dude,
moving.
can we just do something?
Gotta be running.
Oh, yay. I get to run through 1 of 3 choke points, do I?
True. I mean, fundamentally, Inferno is unique in that sense. And I don't mean that in a good way.
All right. B play on the cards for the Falcons.
Thrown in AXX, and look at the rotate. Kaze bought it, back turn, they run out.
Yeah, that kill's gifted over for free, and well, storming the board of the Falcons, it's really gone horribly in their first rifle round for Rare Atom.
That's a panic right there. You know the comms. There's no way Kaze does that unless the comms are panicking. Not a single player of Falcons was out A. Not a single player was seen, but 2 smokes, some flashes from Pop, out from B upper, and Rare Atom are going, 2 smokes A, they're hitting A, I'm blind, there's a molly at and all those comms just make Kaze knife out, turn around. If he stays on his angle, a shot.
I want to see what Rare Atom do, because I think there's like, you know, there's different schools of thought on where the CT side that should be pressuring. There are some teams that love to go for the deep A main smoke, take this main pocket away for as long as they can, and they kind of play almost the entire A site hold around, you know, doubling up over towards main and just wasting as much time. That's a huge hunt down at the end. Wow. But then, you know, I think of squads like 3D Max where the pressure points change a bit and suddenly it's a lot more about B upper peaks with that smoke lobbed in, or double ramp push with flashes through the window. Maybe you have them taking Pop and they sandwich the upper play to take real estate away on that side of the map.
Yeah, originally we had a lot of teams like pushing up B ramp early, but now you just, the default nade of the B player is throw the molly HE on the top of the ramp, so you can't actually do it anymore.
Well, that's where like the 3D Max smoke little innovation of pre-extinguish is really good.
But look at, they did double HE'd it just there.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if you, on a low con round.
Here's a pressure point though. Trying to take away the pop control, they've run it across, no pressure from main, and it's smoked anyway. So trying their hand at taking away pop and getting in through upper, it's not a bad idea. The execution's a little rough there for Rare Atom.
Yeah.
Timing's not perfect on those peeks in through upper. But this was the low econ round. Nice to see they've got some ideas for things they can attempt here.
Super clean for Falcons so far this game. Barely dying. Tessa 7-0. Trading well. And Falcons aren't running out A. They're getting B upper control every single round. Because they know that means the Rare Atom can't stack 4 outer. Because they don't have B halls control. So at any point, Falcons can just run down B ramps. Rare Atom have to play numbers on B. They've had 2B a lot of these rounds. And that's not really enough. With all the little timings open on A, you can't hold everything at once.
I think Ivy's a pretty interesting position on the new train, because it's like a weird X-Factor position. I feel like it doesn't get used as much as old Ivy did. I think because there's so many more contact points over towards like B, pop, main that you have to worry about. But on the flip side, whenever you do get that control and you do make a play that centers around it, I think it's a very strong position for either side to be able to hold on to. It's weird though, it doesn't get a lot of the resources considering the importance that area can have. And it's because these sorts of fights, these like scraps over towards B, feel a lot more constant. But I like that Falcons have already used Ivy early on in this game, right? Just the walkout there, you kind of saw the strength of it. They have all these long sidelines to take control of. They get to sneak in through the A site. They're also not getting bullied by this util in main. They haven't been respecting the smoke the few times they've tried to go there. And there's not much in the way of util to like punish them for taking that early. An attempted aggression out through Ivy, that's just being held by Tesses. You can tell that Falcons have their finger to their pulse on train.
Yeah.
Rare Atom, every play they've tried to make has just been hard cancelled straight away.
The kicks and just dry peeks out main, kills the E-Box player. And as you said, yeah, Tessa's holding Ivy. So the fact that even Kixon gets away with his kill is pretty impressive. The AWP wasn't holding him. Now it is. They have Olaf control, but he can just double up. Tessa's could come to him. He's presumably lining up a smoke. And so the default with 2 A picks, it's very tempting to commit. Kaze's scared of Ivy the whole round. Li Hang, a very nice position, but they're going to come out pop for the most part. Will that draw him the wrong way?
I feel like this position, yeah, you stick out way more. Yeah, I was going to say, like,
yeah, I didn't like that angle he was holding. I just like the box.
No, I farm kills like that all the time. We are.
What,
we're on one. Yeah. You think you're safe behind that white box, but actually...
No, he is safe. He's just holding right side main, and there's a player already in left side. That was a mistake there.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, the only way to be safe to every angle is just to actually, like, hide and have no vision at all.
Yeah. Oh, he was flashed by Teslas. Okay, that's helpful. Yeah, like, I don't think Li Hang realized Kixon was still a main, but it seems like an oversight. Good patience. This is, I can't deny it, this is a beautiful game out of Falcons. They have just covered every bit of the map. Every move Rare Atom have tried to make has been stopped. 4-1 again. Now the AWP gets to play, and easily done for degster. Boost, perhaps? Wouldn't be a bad shout, but pistol up close.
Falcons just have such a clear image of every play available. Like, even now with the 2 smokes down in main, the instant worry is, oh, they're low money. What if they're creeping up around the smokes? Kixan, he's read this one perfectly. Degster just takes the line. Molly was pulled anyway, so even if Degster misses, like, that fight would have been forced forward into the double hold.
Tessus gets tagged by the scout Ivy. He could reset if he wants and just group up for this B hit.
You know, like, for Rare Atom, as we said, not a map they even get to play a lot domestically. For these guys, some of these rounds, it's going to feel like the first time they've seen them played in this fashion in an official.
Nice push for Summer. He's Committing.
You're not drawing on like pools of knowledge with how to counteract some of these plays. You're having to figure it out live in the moment.
Okay.
Some nice shots though to help make this one happen. The Kaze Deeg delivers.
Somebody's missed the fact that Magis is upper, but oh no, if he goes back, they both go back. This could go very wrong. Bomb is still in main, and it's kill. Integral, Kaze connects it, bomb loose. Now somebody commits. Magis is stuck out, but he can't really help. Did they hear him? No, doesn't look like it. Kaze's considering this, but he doesn't know for sure. Magis gets a free kill. Oh, it can't take you 10 seconds. Oh, Kaze dropped the bomb, and they have no idea
they have no
that
clue.
he walked past somebody and popped. The Mag 7 is going to come through with some damage. 2 shots, needs 1 more, and he won't be able to get it. Rare Atom, first round on the board. Nothing Magis could do. Weird round, very weird round. Can't deny that. There's the Mag 7 though. Coming through in all its glory.
Yeah.
In all its glory. 2 body shots. Yeah, a bit of a throw. 5v3. This is unlucky, but Nico walks out alone. I wish he waited for his team, and it would have just been fine. Kaze, huge round on the AK. All right, a low econ win gives Rare Atom a big economical boost. So options open up. The ambience of train, nothing better than that, Harry. The thunder, crackling, the rain pouring.
I listen to rain and thunder to go to bed.
Me too.
So this map is a bit of a weird one for me.
Are you falling asleep?
You try and lock in, but your brain is telling you to switch off.
Open your eyes, bro.
Oh, an Ivy walk. Kaze is on this line. Tesses actually gets ahead of that. And now, if anything, the Molly gives Tesses the knowledge that he is ahead of their timing, that he has beaten their timing over in Ivy. Nico and Tesses collect kills out on A. Rare Atom don't even know where these players came from. One back from Kaze.
That was Nico's kill. Close, mate? No. Did he wallbang him? Like, Nico's A main. I'm so confused where he got that kill. Guess he just peeked pop? Maybe he was in pop. I'm still lost. I'm still a bit lost. It's fine. Maybe we'll see it in the replay. 3v3. Wow, double smoke gives him so much room. There's no one even here in the site. Free bomb plant.
Bomb has been planted.
Triple pop retake. I don't know if that's the nicest sentence I've ever said.
Oh, what an ang.
It's a very small choke point to try and break through. And Nico didn't even tag in the Molotov. He even looked shocked by that. So they don't know that he's close on this angle in main. Oh, Summer apparently does. Clean tap to get rid of Nico. Kickstand forced forward, but funneled into the M4. Tesse's gonna have to stop this with the spam, and he can't find the connection. Gets it last minute. Back on the bomb now, but Kaze doesn't have the time. Tesses with a clutch of his own. 1v2 to find a 7th for the Falcons. Tesses steps up. Great round from the guy. Starts with him hitting that timing out through Ivy. Ends with him clutching up in the 1 versus 2. That's very well handled from Tesses.
I just want to see the Nico kill because I was wondering if he did it from like the windows up top. But he could have been a pop. I might be confused. Really nice round for Tesses on that lurkout Ivy. Close made again. They've got this control before Kicks is running through. Ballsy run and gun. That's random. Shooting Lee Hang while moving. And now we have the outer rush. We've been waiting all game for it. 9 rounds deep. Kixon sends it into the site, and he might be having all 5 for dinner today. Easily done for Kixon. Captain carries him through.
Go get the ace, bro. Why not? You deserve it. You've called a banger here. You've played good.
Oh, yes. No.
I'll notice the 2 that tried to steal the ace, degster and Tesses.
Yeah, noted.
Nothing significant about them.
They want the stats for any reason.
Oh, an accidental double. Kill number 4 is my favorite.
Wahoo!
Oh, it turns out everyone can hang with Lee Hang in this game as well. He's having
Lee Hang can't
It's a shame because he's actually in Rare Atom's map picks. This guy looks really good. But then throw him on like a. He's on the board. Let's go.
Set him up.
Lee Hang, come on.
Hello, hello. He's walked through their smoke. They've got B.
Now he's really far forward on the timing as well. Oh my god, that looked so intense, but he's made it past. Lee Hang gets degged out, or tapped out rather, with the tech trying to come through on this pop flank.
And it's those rounds that you hate when you're 8-1 down, because you don't want to save, but you know you can't win it, so you've got to save. But you can hang around, get an upgrade.
The kind of like big takeaway of this for me is Rare Atom, on a handful of maps, they do have good game plans, and there's some very genuine stuff to build up here, but they're in a position, I would say, similar to like that MIBR team were back at the Major, where you just can't have like a kind of 4-5 map pool. Because you've got your 1 insta-ban, you don't like playing Nuke, that's fine, you're allowed to have 1. But then also, you aren't really up to par on Dust, and you don't get to play Train ever, so you're also not up to par there.
And this is sort of what I mean when I was saying earlier. It's like the handshake, well, no one will pick it, we'll second ban it, you still get your insta-ban. Like, that's also what's probably been going on in their region. No one's picking it, and everyone's second banning it. So they're also not playing it there, but they don't feel like they have to even perfect it because it's not getting picked. I think it's like anything. It's like when any new map enters the pool. You want to get a leg up, learn the map. But I'll admit, it is a very difficult map to play. Still hasn't had any significant changes since it got added into the pool, worth noting. Been hard to know what you would change on this map. New pop is strange.
That's kind of, that's why I think if I'm Rare Atom, at the end of this event, I feel all right about how, your Ancient, your Infernos, etc. looked. I think these were okay, and there's stuff to build on them. But I would say, look to Dust and uplift that one, because it's the easiest one to get more reps in on as well, right? That's lovely.
Still another player in pop though. Magis walks back, he doesn't realize he's being tracked. Oh my god, in the sight, Dexter kills his teammate. Magis, some reason, holding that push. Alright. His team have been eviscerated in the meantime. He was waiting for the B flank. Instead, Rare Atom all on outer, dropping that bomb.
They are very split up though, aren't they?
Are you prophesizing something, Harry?
I don't know, I'm just... Child King's holding for the fullback in a T-spawn, which is fine. I just feel like you could run this same idea where you're holding all the extremities, but way tighter, because the bomb, which is dropped here with somebody, he's all alone. At least he gets the spot, and now everyone just starts rotating over. Okay, it's fine. Magic has given them enough time to react. They get everyone back to play around the bomb. They went looking for the info early, and now just played a group. Magic has hit 2 bangers in this round.
Sure. Got a third in you? Oh, dude, if he just cleared that, was on for the clutch. Took a bit long, gave away his position. Not a worry. Bit of damage on the way out here for the final round of the half. Rare Atom scraps at best. Very nice T7 Falcons. Key takeaways. They're not doing A rushes. They did one on like a low buy. They are taking B upper control before they do anything. They are doing the default nades of Molly HE on the ramp to stop the B push, even though it's not something Rare Atom have tried. I think they know. They did it on one eco, but they know those nades are going to come in. And then they just kind of strangle the A site. And Nico's gone for some timing plays in pop that haven't always worked out, but Falcons are hitting.
No, I'm liking the pacing that they've chose. I also think, you know, you are the more experienced team on this map in this head-to-head, so why leave anything to like these crazy fast plays where you are at the mercy of some early util. They will have those forward positions and be expecting fights. Win the game in the mid-round. You feel like you can read the map better than your opponent. This time it is going to be a little more up-tempo. Magisk guns it through pop, doesn't fall back this time around. Instead, he's guns blazing, straight out the pop dog, out to E-Box, looking for further fights. Gets away with a lot of damage. They know they've got Summer trapped. Nades would get rid of him. They keep missing the mark. Kicksad gonna uproot Child King in the downtime. Not before he takes one of the graves. Still, Kicksad tapping out from Olaf.
Clean.
Extends that advantage into the 3-on-2. Teed up back in the connector. Is going to be somebody playing over this smoke as it comes on down.
Very cool smoke.
Now here's vision on players crossing at Sandwich, so you don't want Kicksand being the guy to crawl forward here. Tesses and co should be able to slip under the smoke, obscured from somebody's view, and you can see Tesses knows that, crouching down. Kicksand also makes the passage. FaZe brings us back into a 2v2. They know where both players are, do Falcons. And so they've been able to get set up here. Also, as far as Rare Atom are aware, Kicksand shouldn't have made it to back six, shouldn't have been able to get to Ivy. So I wonder if that's going to come as a bit of a surprise. Tesses taking first contact, gets rid of somebody. And they don't know where Kicksand's gotten to. You can see Kaze going and clearing main. I think now the penny drops down. He must have made it, but they don't know when. And Kicksand deals that killing blow. Double digits secured for Falcons on their T side of train. They're just 3 rounds away from eliminating Rare Atom from PGL Bucharest.
An undeniable result here for the Falcons. I mean, it was always meant to be, but we had certain worries with this team all tournament long. They went 0-2. Some of these rumored kicks coming in and these individuals playing very poorly, but Tesses and degster have looked good today. Degster with a great previous map, Tesses the same really, and it's not even just the Nico show here on train. Everyone's had their moments. Kicks him with some nice calls, and just the default of Falcons being too hot to handle for Rare Atom. Falcons looking like they're ready to go 2-2 and fight for the playoffs after all. Would be a really impressive placing given that they started 0-2. But that final day draw is the big one, Harry. There's still some very strong teams left in the mix. FaZe are still hanging around. Astralis the same. No free ride to the playoffs here. It's just one stop in the direction. Falcons have at least boarded quick. What have Rare Atom got to show on T? Smoke molly, a couple of flashes. No kit for the Falcons. Fast out.
Oh, Nico. Accidental one in the back.
Yeah.
Li Hang falls first, not the intended target. But yeah, this continues the dominating win for Falcons. Taking this pistol means it is 100% a done deal. If it weren't feeling like one already, Nico looking to make it so. Hasn't really been a game about Nico here in the second map, but in the pistol, 4 kills propel him up towards top of the board.
He's back. Never left, but he's back. carried the map one. Look at this. It's crazy. Second shot. First kill. Off the flash. Finishes them all. Oh. I don't know, the view model's working for him. Can't deny that. What a shot. Doesn't look like there's much to this round though, just Deagle Armor trying to get kills as individuals. Somebody taking the bomb, Ivy. 4 and 12, Lee Hang 1 and 13. I mean, Kaz is the only guy in double digits.
I mean, Kazi has more kills than his whole team combined.
There you go. He's been playing well, but too little and perhaps too late. They try to do the con smoke. They miss the con smoke. Bombs out Ivy. Oh yeah, I can see that happening. Let's convert it, but he's trapped. The box. And what feels like a foregone conclusion, Falcons find their 12th and set themselves up to eliminate the Chinese squad.
Yeah, I'm sure Rare Atom are feeling pretty down in the dumps right now. This won't be a nice feeling, right? Getting blown out the water like this on an unfamiliar map versus a suddenly in-form Falcons. It's a pretty rough combination if you're Rare Atom. But I hope they don't beat themselves up too much. On the maps that they do have their reps in on, you see the work, you see that things are improving. I think they've had some very, very close games here and moments where they could have taken down some top teams on what I consider to be Rare Atom's actual map pool. In the last 2 games though, actually 3 of them, it's been clashes on Dust 2 and Train that is really throwing this squad into disarray. And so a very sad ending to this one, as it's not competitive, it's not close. This wasn't anything resembling a triumph for Rare Atom. It ends with a whimper.
Yeah, you know, you've got to remember the teams they drew as well. FaZe, G2, Falcons. I mean, the last 3 were a little difficult, a little tricky. FaZe and G2 especially. The Falcons have made an impressively easy job of this series. Nico gets that spot on Ivy. I think they just saw him. No, they didn't. But it's okay, because Nico's got it. 14 and 5 in the bag, and 13 to 2. Falcons eliminate Rare Atom here from PGL Bucharest. They're 0-2, back to 2-2, and looking still for a spot in the playoffs. We're calling it a dead roster, but it might still have life in it, at least in Romania.
Yeah, and you know,